And thank you. Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to the Santiago Bernabeu. It's La Liga Live on TalkSport 2 tonight as we bring you the biggest game of the season so far, the biggest game in world club football as Real Madrid host Barcelona in El Clasico here in the Spanish capital. Zinedine Zidane claims it won't be a decisive clash in terms of the title and that his side are only concentrating on their own game. Believe that if you will, but this game will go a long way to deciding who lifts the La Liga trophy a month from now. Real still lead by 3 points at the summit and crucially have that game in hand against Celta, which is yet to be scheduled. After losing to Malaga a couple of weeks ago and being knocked out of the Champions League on Wednesday, it's a game which Barca and Luis Enrique cannot afford to lose if they still harbour hopes of winning the league for the 7th time in the last 9 years. Real haven't been champions since 2012, which is pretty disastrous by their high standards. It's the biggest game in world football, as we said. They're always tense, always frenetic, and we'll bring you every kick here live on TalkSport 2 this evening. Alongside me for this one is the former Brighton and Celtic defender Adam Virgo. Adam, the atmosphere absolutely electric. The team's out, everything is done, the talking is over. It's nearly time for the big kick-off. How do you see this one going?
Well, let me just say one thing. The atmosphere inside of Bernabeu tonight is absolutely phenomenal, and the Real Madrid's anthem is blaring out, and it's got the making of a great Clasico game. We always know there's lots of incidents in terms of tackles and red cards that have been given. It's a really, really difficult one to call because you go on form. Both teams are going pretty well in La Liga. Yes, Barcelona were knocked out midweek against Juventus in the Champions League, but it's all about, I think, that midfield area. I think it's absolutely crucial. Casemiro for Real Madrid is absolutely vital, just as much as what Busquets is for Barcelona. I'll be looking at Modric and Toni Kroos to really push on Busquets early on because a lot of their play starts through him. If they doesn't get on the ball early enough, that doesn't allow Suarez and Messi to really get into the game as much. Marcelo's a really key player for Real Madrid, James. He's a player that loves to bomb on down that left-hand side, and he provides plenty of width for crosses to come in.
Just before kick-off, or the proper kick-off tonight, we've got Sergio Garcia on the pitch at the moment in his green jacket that he won at Augusta earlier this month. He will do the honorary kick-off here at the Bernabeu. Walks onto the pitch, has a big hug and a little kiss on the cheek with the Real Madrid captain Sergio Ramos, and less of a hug with Andres Iniesta, who doesn't seem so pleased to see him. The Catalan-born Masters champion has been an honorary Real Madrid member since 2012. Awarded the green jacket early this month, back on the 9th of April. Handshakes all round. He's looking pretty happy. He'll be hoping for a home win here tonight. His job is done. He's off the pitch. There's a big banner being unfurled at one end of the Bernabeu, which reads, "The world is Real." This game being beamed to 185 countries with an estimated audience of 650 million here tonight in the Bernabeu. A warm one as well, temperature around 23 degrees at kick-off. It's around 8:45 in the evening in Spain. And the biggest game around the world, the biggest stars with two of the biggest clubs just about to get started. Real Madrid will be the ones to kick us off here tonight. Karim Benzema standing over the ball. 5 goals in his last 5 Clásicos at the Bernabeu in La Liga. He will get us started. Just waiting for the signal here. A little bit delayed getting underway. The referee tonight, Alejandro Hernandez. And Real Madrid starters, a huge roar around the Bernabeu. Plenty of expectation. Real Madrid know they just don't want to lose this game.
No, they won't do. And just a little thing I've just noticed, even just before kick-off, you had Messi and Ronaldo standing side by side, and they kind of gave each other a little hug, a sign of respect for two wonderfully gifted players that you and I will have the pleasure of watching tonight. But it's really important that the atmosphere doesn't get to the players. They've been in these situations a number of times. We know that both sets of defences will give you chances, and that's always been the case with Zinedine Zidane's side. They will give you a chance, and as well as Luis Enrique's side, so they'll be looking to certainly capitalise on that. But I'll be expecting Barcelona to really not allow Real Madrid to get good possession at midfield early.
Here come Real Madrid down the left-hand side. A long ball played forward down the left channel, but it's too far over the head of Cristiano Ronaldo, and it drifts out of play for a throw into Barcelona. Coached, of course, by Luis Enrique, a man who's played for both, a man not loved too much now by the Real Madrid faithful. He said he didn't recognise himself in white when he was a player with Real. Won the La Liga title with them back in '95, and went on to win 2 La Ligas with Barca in '98 and '99. Looking to try and halt their progress here tonight. Real Madrid in possession with Sergio Ramos, who normally has a say in this fixture in one way or another, whether it's a goal or a red card. He got the 90th minute equaliser in the Camp Nou. Here come Real Madrid early on, and what was a tackle on Ronaldo in the penalty area. He goes down looking for a penalty, and the referee walking away with no real reaction to that. Play goes on here with Kroos, who plays it down the left hand side for Gareth Bale. Early cross from him, it hits PK and he goes out of play for a Real Madrid throw in. Hopefully we'll see a replay of that penalty shout in a minute. Bale has the ball on the left wing, gets it back from Marcelo, back for Kroos, into the path of the Brazilian Casemiro, who plays it forward, but it drifts past Marcelo, out of play for a goal kick to Barcelona. We're seeing a replay of the potential penalty now. Ronaldo poked the ball past the defender Samuel Umtiti, but there wasn't a touch on him, was there? Ronaldo was looking for that one.
I mean, you've seen the replay again from where we are. My initial reaction was a penalty. When we see it on our replays, we've got a great camera angle just behind the goal. Ronaldo gets the first touch and he goes down early.
Real Madrid come forward down the right hand side. They've started well. It's Ronaldo again, and Titi coming up against it. He slides the ball out to play for a Real Madrid throw in. Sorry, Adam.
No, not at all. I mean, it's just one of those situations where Ronaldo gets there first and he's already going down, and then Titi slightly clips his left knee, but no way. It was a great decision from the referee. He was in a brilliant position just on the edge of the 18-yard box. No penalty, but one of those situations with the home crowd on your back could have easily given a penalty. But again, I was talking about the fullbacks early on for Real Madrid, bombing on. Great diagonal from Sergio Ramos to Carvajal. Great ball inside, and it's an area that Barcelona certainly have to watch Real Madrid's fullbacks.
Real Madrid have started it better. They're enjoying some possession at the moment. Sergio Ramos has the ball inside the centre circle. Out to Marcelo on the left wing, plays it infield to Bale. He started over on the left side. Benzema hugging the left touchline at the moment. Long diagonal out to the right wing now for Carvajal, into the path of Ronaldo. Cheeky step over, back to Carvajal, inside the penalty area. Carvajal cuts it back, and there's no one there in a white shirt. The ball was played over the head of Gareth Bale, but Modric picks up the ball again on the right wing. He's got Carvajal there with him. Carvajal driving into the penalty area there, was given too much space. Modric crosses here, Benzema at the back post, can't control. It's out of play for a goal kick to Barcelona. But Real Madrid on flames at the moment.
Yeah, they've started on fire. They've been absolutely brilliant in every single area. Again, Carvajal down that right-hand side. It was a delicate through ball from Cristiano Ronaldo that led to the cross. But for Luis Enrique's side, they're going 4-4-2, which is not a formation I've seen him play too many times this season, especially away from home. It's usually like a 4-3-3 9 times out of 10. He's gone brave, being slightly different. Rakitic out on the right-hand side. He's usually more central, and Lionel Messi up front with Luis Suarez. But that certainly can see that changing as the game goes on, because they haven't got into the game whatsoever yet.
They barely had a kick in the opening 4 minutes. You're listening to live coverage of El Clasico here at the Santiago Bernabeu, and a game that could go a long way to deciding where the La Liga trophy will be ending up at the end of this season. Real Madrid with 32 La Liga titles to their name, but just one since 2008. Surely this will be the year where they win it again. Zinedine Zidane, the man in charge and the man who's doing pretty well. He's won 128 points from 153 available in charge of Real Madrid, which isn't too bad a record. Barcelona in possession here, as you can tell from the boos. It's the most possession they've had so far. They have it on the left wing here with Jordi Alba. He plays it inside to Andres Iniesta, who gets bigger boos than most. Iniesta working his way forward, gets away from the attention of Toni Kroos. Iniesta on the left wing now, tries to cut inside. He's held onto the ball for a long time, but eventually Casemiro is back there and he just pokes the ball away from him, and Real Madrid will build out from the back. Carvajal plays it forward, Benzema plays it down the right side, and Ronaldo's away down the right. PK coming across, but Ronaldo gets there first, checks inside. It's Ronaldo, is there, drives one in. First shot on target is Cristiano Ronaldo. No surprise about that. It's straight at Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Well, they played
again more
on the
intention from Real Madrid.
Yeah, brilliant on the counter-attack again, James. Down that right-hand side, Barcelona leaving themselves a little bit open. Yes, in that previous bit of play, it was the best bit of possession, but they just seem to be going sideways and backwards a bit. All Real Madrid's passing is forward, direct, and looking to try and get in behind this back line of Barcelona.
PK in possession, approaching the halfway line, lays it out to the right-hand side to Sergio Roberto, whose name will always be etched in Barcelona history after that incredible goal against Paris Saint-Germain. Barca holding on to the ball on the halfway line at the moment, as they see more and more of it in the last couple of minutes or so. Jordi Alba on the left wing, he clips it into the penalty area. Not a bad ball towards Suarez, but intercepted well there by Nacho, and the flag up for offside anyway. Real Madrid have a free kick just inside their own penalty area.
Certainly an area that, looking in the first 6 minutes or so, with the three narrow midfielders of Real Madrid, Modric, Casemiro and Toni Kroos, the two fullbacks of Barcelona can really afford to go forwards when they have good possession. If they don't have good possession, then you have to sit back a little bit. But Jordi Alba, especially down the left-hand side.
Here we go with Real Madrid again down the left wing this time, but again the flag up for offside.
Well, it's a very, very tight call. Gareth Bale was the one involved. Playing a little bit more central to what Zinedine Zidane. He's played 3-5-2 this season. There's a little spin behind there, just half a yard offside Gareth Bale, but they're looking to try and play on the shoulders of Barcelona. They're not afraid to go into the channels early on. There's certainly, I would say, a weakness with the likes of PK down that right-hand side of the pace.
Yeah, already we're seeing them go down the sides. Awful lot trying to expose Alba and Sergio Roberto. Also have it with Alba on the left, plays into Suarez in a central position 5 yards outside the Real Madrid penalty area. He's gone down hurt, holding his chest. Real Madrid have carried on. Barcelona have won the ball back, and now Modric puts it out of play for a Barcelona throw. Not intentionally though. Luis Enrique in his silver jacket this evening walks to the edge of his technical area.
Well, I thought that was a foul originally on Luis Suarez from Casemiro. Just gets inside him, goal side. The referee's in a good position again.
I wonder whether we might see a red card tonight, Adam. I was looking at the stats earlier this week. 18 in the last 32 games in the last 10 years between the sides. And guess who's been sent off 4 times?
Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos. No Pepe tonight either. He can't lose his head. He's out injured. He's hurt his ribs. No Rafael Varane either. He's out with a hamstring problem. As you joining us late, Neymar not in the Barcelona side this evening. He is out suspended, and despite an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Spain, it hasn't been processed in time for him to play here tonight. So Barcelona took him out of the equation. They released a statement on their website this morning saying that he wouldn't travel to Madrid. Here's Carvajal down the right, plays a high ball forward towards Ronaldo, chests it down, edge the for Benzema, trying to find Ronaldo again, but he's cut out by his fellow countryman and Titi. And Iniesta brings the ball away, combining with Busquets in the heart of the Barca midfield. Iniesta missing his mate Xavi in El Clasico these days. I wonder how much longer the captain Iniesta will go on for. It's the last meeting between the two this season. Also set to play Alaves in the Copa del Rey final. Real Madrid knocked out of that one. Here come Barca with Alcacer. Plays it into the middle, now back out to the left wing for Jordi Alba. Messi, central position, pokes it square. Busquets, who's unlikely to take a shot, he goes square to Iniesta. Alba's free down the left, but Iniesta goes for himself. It was a tame effort on his weaker left side, and it was blocked away easily by Nacho. Out of play for a Barcelona throw on the left-hand side. Barca slowly but gradually growing into this one.
Well, what they need to do is take this thing out of the game. With the quality of midfield they got, Busquets is now getting plenty of more touches on the ball. Iniesta's getting good areas further up the fields, and now they're just gradually coming into the game, Barcelona, with their possession.
Iniesta switches the play here from left to right, though it's a poor ball behind both Rakitic and Sergio Roberto. Has to race back towards the halfway line to keep the ball in play. Now Piqué inside his own half, a man who got himself, well, not in trouble on Twitter earlier this week, but one of those funny decisions going on here at the Bernabeu in the game against Bayern Munich. He tweeted ... inferring that decisions were going Real Madrid's way. Here come Barcelona. Jordi Alba places towards the edge of the area for Luis Suarez, who takes aim! And a shot flashes wide of goal. First chance of Barcelona. A powerful one from the Uruguayan. Just off target, but he was gifted far too much room there.
That was great play. Messi picking up a great position. Gets on the half turn. He's talking about Jordi Alba down the left-hand side with the three narrow midfielders of Real Madrid. Luis Suarez just giving the thumbs up to his fullback because it was a great reverse ball to the edge of the box, and half a decent attempt there, but looking to try and hit the target with a little bit of time they had on the edge of the box.
There hasn't been a 0-0 draw in La Liga here at the Bernabeu since April 1987. So it would suggest there's probably going to be goals. Barcelona winning 4-0 here last season. A couple from Suarez, Neymar and Iniesta as well. And both sides have shown already that they're more than capable of scoring goals.
Yeah, certainly hope that stat doesn't come back to haunt us, but you can certainly tell in the first 10 minutes that neither side are here to make up the numbers. They're here to win a game and Real Madrid try and pull away that 5-point gap, and Barcelona to try and close it and put pressure on Real Madrid.
Marcelo getting involved here, a man who was outstanding in that 4-2 win against Bayern on Tuesday. 11 minutes gone though in El Clasico. It's Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 0. You're listening to our live coverage here on TalkSport 2. We bring you La Liga every week, all the big games, all the big names, and they don't get much bigger than this. Here's Messi, inside his own half at the moment, inside the centre circle, manages to skip past Casemiro, then Casemiro chops him down from behind, and all the Barcelona players straight away swarm around the referee, Alejandro Hernandez. And with 11 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, we've got our first yellow card of the game.
Well, it's great play from Messi. Time and time again, he seems to wiggle out the little tight areas of white shirts around him. Just draws the foul in brilliantly. He sort of holds the ball up to allow Casemiro to come and tackle him. It's certainly a hack from behind, and it's a bit of a naughty challenge, to be honest, James. It was reckless. Certainly a yellow card. No more than that. No more than that, but
Barca back in possession now, and Titi feeds it infield to Suarez, who pops it out to the left wing for Jordi Alba to chase, but Gareth Bale is back there to lay back to the goalkeeper, Keylor Navas, and that's a poor ball out because it was a poor ball to him from Bale. Here comes Barca again down the left-hand side with Paco Alcácer, but his ball in is poor. It flies all the way through and out of play for a goal kick to Real Madrid. Barca on top at the moment in the last 5 minutes or so. Just seeing the replay of Messi skipping past his fellow South American Casemiro there in an Argentina v Brazil clash, and Casemiro, I think out of frustration, almost with a scissor tickle, wasn't it?
Yeah, so kind of scissor kicks him from behind. He tries and takes both legs out. Seen more malice in that challenge on Messi than you'll probably see in other challenges on other players.
Messi in all gold boots tonight, just 2 goals away from number 500 for Barcelona, which is quite incredible, really. Even by his standards, he is the all-time top scorer in El Clasico. 21 goals, 3 ahead of the great Alfredo Di Stefano, of course, who's got history of both of these clubs in a highly debated transfer. Flag up here against Gareth Bale, offside the call. Barcelona have a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area. Nearly 15 minutes gone. You're listening to Real Madrid against Barcelona in El Clasico, live on TalkSport 2 with Beko. Visit your nearest retailer for special deals on Beko built-in appliances now. Also haven't taken this free kick on the edge of their own penalty area yet, and Titi has now. To the goalkeeper, to Stegen. He takes his time. Barca adamant they're going to play out from the back here. Busquets finds Piqué, who's arguably getting the biggest boost so far, into Rakitic now, still inside their own half here, Barcelona. Onto the left now for Iniesta. Down to the left, Jordi Alba holds onto the ball, looks for his options inside, plays it to Suarez, who comes deep, takes the ball, faces goal. Alcácer inside to Messi, who's just playing in behind the 2 up top. Busquets pops it out to the left-hand side, just ahead of Iniesta, so Alba comes back, gets the ball, gives it to Iniesta, who goes back to the halfway line, and Titi. Busquets, Suarez. Barca dominating possession at the moment. Piqué has it on the right-hand side. Infield now to Busquets, inside the Real Madrid half. Samuel Umtiti thought about going forward, put under pressure by Benzema. Goes back to Stegen. Piqué. Long, hopeful ball forward over the top, just too far ahead of Alcácer, and it goes through to Keylor Navas. I think both sides will be reasonably happy with the way they've started in different, patches of the game.
Yeah, I think Zinedine Zidane would be delighted with the first 10 minutes, especially playing on the front foot and creating the better chances. And I think Luis Enrique would just be happier that his side kind of saw out that early storm from the counter-attack of Real Madrid, and now they've taken this thing out of the game brilliantly because they're now keeping possession a lot more better, and it's sort of changed their formation a little bit. They've probably gone similar to what Real Madrid have done. Alcácer's now up alongside Suarez, and Messi's got that free roll where Gareth Bale's got similar as well.
Stegen playing it out from the back to Busquets. He clips it out to the left wing now to Stegen, flicked on by Suarez, but too far ahead of Jordi Alba, and the ball's in the arms of Zinedine Zidane. Gives it to his right back, Dani Carvajal. The Spanish international throws it down the wing for Modric to chase. The Croatian gets there. Titi wins the ball and plays it to Iniesta. Barcelona holding it here on the edge of their own penalty area. Back now to Stegen. Plenty of pressure from Real Madrid. They can't get the ball off Barca at the moment though. Titi clips the ball down the left channel. Held on to by Alcácer, but he's lost it now. Carvajal gets a foot in. Modric being chased by Alcácer. Modric does well, plays it forward to Ronaldo, slips it through nearly to Benzema, but it hit the foot there of Gerard Piqué. Barcelona win the ball back rather fortuitously. Real Madrid could have been in there. They're pressing Barca now. Barca managed to get out of a tight situation. Look at the little triangle there, and they play it up towards the halfway line. And Messi, who's not really got into the game yet, though he springs away now from Casemiro. Messi, it's a amazing run up towards the edge of the area. Messi goes on just too far ahead of Rakitic, and Navas able to clear the ball away. But Messi showing what he's all about there with a mazy run.
Just a half an inch too much on the pass from Messi. Casemiro gets tight to getting on the halfway line. The fact he's now on a yellow card, he can't make the challenge, but Messi gets on the turn and he just goes through the gears brilliantly.
Here comes Rakitic, edge of the area for Luis Suarez, who has space again, manages to work it out to the right wing. Sergio Roberto plays a low ball into the middle, but Casemiro is there and it's played away from danger for Real Madrid. Here's Benzema, just inside his own half, left channel, plays it forward now to Ronaldo on the left wing, but Piqué had stepped up and played the offside perfectly, and the flag up against the world's technically best player at the moment. Seeing that run again from Messi as he got away from Casemiro, who was treading treacle there, it seemed at times, despite the fact he didn't want to make the tackle. Messi probably could have got the shot away himself, but unselfishly tries to play in Rakitic. Well, at the other end, it was just offside against Ronaldo as Piqué stepped up, I think.
Yeah, certainly a risky one when you're on the halfway line and you try and play that offside, but I mentioned before the game to Dan Windle, I think they played better with a higher line, Barcelona defensively.
4-on-4 here as Real Madrid come forward. Benzema away down the right hand side. It's Benzema who gets the shot in. Didn't get the power he required in the end and walks away with a grimace and sign of frustration on his face, because he didn't put it either side of Ter Stegen. And a long ball forward here now for Barcelona. Alcácer inside for Suarez, who takes it first time. Slices it away from goal, and he's the one who has a frustrated look on his face now, because that's a good chance for him.
It's a massive chance for Suarez. Time and time again this season we've seen him be so clinical. It was a great diagonal there to Alcácer, and it was a brilliantly delicate touch back to the edge of the 18-yard box. He's coming across Suarez. He's decided to hit it with his right foot. He kind of slices it across the ball. I'd say Karim Benzema, massive opportunity for him there, going through, just running off Sergio Busquets. Doesn't quite get the power on the shot to really test Ter Stegen.
18 minutes gone. You're listening to coverage of El Clasico, Real Madrid against Barcelona, which is currently goalless here on TalkSport 2. Here's Marcelo on the left wing for Real Madrid. Plays it infield to Kroos. Further infield now, just outside the centre circle, is Casemiro looking for his options. Plays it wide to the right hand side, and Luka Modric. Short ball inside for Gareth Bale, 25 yards from goal. Hooks the ball into the area on the outside of his left boot, but way too far ahead of Ronaldo. Throws his arms up in the air in frustration. And says, how has Gareth Bale not managed to find me with that pass?
It's disappointing there, because Gareth Bale's in a great position. He had plenty of time and space, and it's one of those moves that Ronaldo does. He kind of goes away, draws himself some space to come short for the ball.
Seen that chance again for Benzema. Had a good chance there, didn't he? Had space, just didn't connect right with the ball. Here goes Messi. Tries to play it forward for Barcelona, but it's cut out by Casemiro again. Marcelo works it down the left wing, and here goes Cristiano Ronaldo. Benzema waiting in the middle. Ronaldo up against Piqué. Ronaldo goes to the low. Saved by Ter Stegen, and Umtiti is there to clear. Another chance for Real Madrid. They're starting to rack up now. Poor header down here from Ramos. Barcelona have the ball, and Lionel Messi is down and looking in a real bad way. He's got blood pouring from his mouth. He's got it all over his sleeve. I can only imagine that he's been caught by an elbow here. Lionel Messi has blood pouring from his mouth, and this doesn't look good at all for him.
It's just in our replays there. Just trying to see what it is. It's maybe a flailing arm there. Yes, the elbow from Marcelo.
Was that intentional, or am I reading too much into that? Has he put one on him there? Marcelo goes in, wins the ball and pushes it away. Maybe accidental.
I think it's accidental. I think if he's looking at Messi running towards him and then he leads with his elbow, then that's certainly deliberate. But I mean, he's certainly in a bad way going off the pitch. You can see with our screens here, plenty of blood pouring from the mouth.
There's a conversation here between the physio and the referee about what they're actually going to do, Barcelona, because he's not injured as such, Messi, but how are they going to stop the blood coming from his mouth here?
I think he's lost a tooth, to be honest, and I say referees and officials are so critical of that. Any blood on your shirt, you have to come off and change it.
We've seen the chance for Ronaldo at the other end as Messi lay down on the Bernabeu turf. Ronaldo selfish there in his play, but did well. Got the shot on goal, the best effort we've seen so far. Ter Stegen with a one-handed save down to his left-hand side.
Certainly a save that Ter Stegen, cutting on that right foot from Cristiano Ronaldo. You know he's always going to open up, have a shot on goal. Hits it low this time, can't get the height to really test Ter Stegen in that Barcelona goal. But it was a good save from him because he had a strong left hand to keep the shot out. It's been a really good 20 minutes so far, James.
Has been really enjoyable. Very open, end-to-end stuff. Incident, we've just had the one yellow card so far. Here's Nacho, he gives the ball to Kroos inside his own half, inside the centre circle, long ball over the top, and it's Gareth Bale who's through. He gets a shot on goal, takes the ball out of the sky and hits it on the volley. Had to cushion it towards goal in the end, and it was an easy take for Ter Stegen.
It was a really great ball over the top. It seems like the diagonal and the long ball over the back four of either sides has cost them the most problems. It's always so difficult when that ball's coming over your shoulder and you have to take a first time volley. He was trying to loop it over Ter Stegen. It was a decent attempt there from Gareth Bale. They're very difficult to really get any connection on them.
4 shots on target so far for Real Madrid. Barca have had none. Messi's walking around at the moment with a big tissue in his mouth, and Barcelona in all kinds of trouble here. Benzema's picked up the ball on the edge of the area. Right hand side for Gareth Bale, who crosses. High one towards the far post, but everyone had gone near or centre, and it flies out of play for a Barcelona goal kick.
Disappointing there from Gareth Bale. So I was talking about him before the game, that possibly Isco could have kept his place in the side. I mean, I think he is under a little bit of pressure from the Spaniards to really get that starting place in that number 10 area.
Halfway through the first half, Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 0. Barca in possession here with Busquets into the centre circle, and Messi, who's playing with one arm, if you like, at the moment. He's still holding this tissue against his mouth. I'm not sure whether he's going to play like this. It looks very awkward. It's not going to be great for his balance. Real Madrid in possession here. Casemiro ghosts past Messi. He doesn't fancy the challenge, and then Casemiro plays a lovely ball to find his fellow countryman Marcelo on the left wing. He's up against Sergio Roberto. Marcelo, low ball towards the edge of the area. Ronaldo's picked it up, corner of the D. Ronaldo curling one on his left, high over the crossbar. But Real Madrid starting to get these efforts on goal, and you get the feeling sooner rather than later one may come off for them.
Well, it's an area of the field that I felt that Real Madrid would be very good. Marcelo, great overlapping run. 5 minutes ago, Sergio Ramos had the ball in the central area of the fields. The 4 highest players were Benzema, Ronaldo, Marcelo and Carvajal. They were the 4 highest players for Real Madrid, and it's an area that Barcelona certainly had to stop. They changed their formation a little bit, so it's actually working now better for Real Madrid to get the full-backs into play. But good opportunity there for Ronaldo. I thought he could have left it for Gareth Bale to be stronger on his left foot.
Wasn't to be though. Messi's now got the tissue in his mouth and walking around with his 2 arms by his side. He doesn't look entirely comfortable. I'm not really sure how they're going to sort him out here. It's going to have to be a half-time job as his long ball's played over again down the left-hand side. Paco Alcácer on the left wing, trying to get past Dani Carvajal, but so steady, so certain. The Real Madrid right back intercepts the ball. And Real Madrid have a throw-in now on the right-hand side, just outside Zinedine Zidane's technical area. Just a marquee card for upcoming coverage here on TalkSport 2. Live action this week. The IPL cricket continues tomorrow afternoon. Mumbai Indians take on Rising Poon Super Giants. Coverage of that starts at 3 o'clock, right after the Ray Stubbs show. And on Wednesday night there's a double bill of La Liga action here on TalkSport 2. Barcelona taking on Osasuna at 6:30 our time, and that will be followed immediately by Deportivo La Coruña against Real Madrid. So the big guns in action again in a midweek round of games, and we'll bring you both of those live here on your home of live sport. Here's Benzema for Real Madrid. Ramos inside for Kroos. Holds onto the ball. Busquets is chasing him, but he lays it off to the left for Marcelo. Now into the centre for Karim Benzema, who slips but manages to lay the ball off to Modric, but the referee says handball as it hits him what looked to be on the kind of joint of the shoulder and chest. Referee saying handball, free kick to Barcelona. 25 minutes gone.
I will say Modric has got the longest set of arms, but clearly see that he's controlled it with his sort of right bicep, really.
Seeing another replay now of Ronaldo's chance a minute ago. Did well to cut inside from the left, and Piqué was the man there with him. And I guess from Real Madrid's point of view as well, if they can put that ball over the top of the full-backs, the pace they've got, we'll talk about that in a second though, because Ronaldo coming forward, it's Benzema, edge of the area, trying to get the shot in and just had it taken away from him by Busquets. But what I was saying was, if they can get it over the full-back and then isolate one of the centre-halves by getting them out there, and if they've still got someone, either Benzema or Bale or Ronaldo, all of which are strong in their heading ability in the middle, they're going to create themselves chances that way as well.
Yeah, they certainly can. I mean, it's an area that Real Madrid can certainly capitalise on. So it's poor there from Benzema. Again, he's another player that you'd be looking at this season. We've seen him plenty of times. Alvaro Morata is on the bench for Real Madrid. He's actually scored more goals than Karim Benzema this season, so frustration for him. A hat-trick against Leganés a couple of weeks ago. I mean, him and Isco could have easily started tonight's game instead of Benzema and Gareth Bale.
It is the BBC against only the MS of Barcelona tonight. No Neymar, out suspended. It's Sergio Roberto for Barca, who plays the ball in towards the Real Madrid penalty area. Nacho is headed away. The flag was up for offside in any case. The referee's played advantage, and now Real Madrid have lost the ball. Jordi Alba comes inside from the left, and the left back plays it over to Sergio Roberto on the opposite side, but he's giving it away to Marcelo, and Real Madrid could counter here. Kroos leaves it for Modric, who again plays the long diagonal out to the right hand side where Ronaldo is waiting. Fantastic chest control into the path of Carvajal, who plays it forward down the right wing. It's Gareth Bale up against Piqué this time, and Piqué slides in and puts the ball behind for a corner. The atmosphere rising again here. Every time Real Madrid come forward, plenty of expectation. Bale in possession there. Piqué decisive in his tackle.
He got up afterwards. He's sort of just gesturing to his teammates. He needs to calm down a little bit.
First corner of the game, 27.5 minutes on the clock. A sea of white all around the Bernabeu. Great to see. Kroos whips this one away from goal. It's a second challenge for it there with Piqué. It was away by the defender. Marcelo curls it back in towards the far post. Ramos off the post and in from Casemiro. Breakthrough for Real Madrid. And it's the midfielder who gets it. He could have missed there. It looked as though Sergio Ramos would be the one to convert. He hit the post and then placed in to stop as the ball dribbled across the goal line, and Casemiro was there to stroke it in. Breakthrough in El Clasico. Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0.
Well, there's no reaction from any Barcelona player at all after the goal is scored. They're just all looking at each other. Ter Stegen doesn't really get a good enough punch on it. You just see Messi really walking on the edge of the box, and Marcelo gets a free cross in. He is onside. Yes, Sergio Ramos hits the post. It goes across the goal. Casemiro is there just to tap it in from a couple of yards, but they completely switch off. So many times you see, James, whatever level of football you play at, the second ball from a set play is absolutely crucial, because players tend to switch off. You tend to mark that first one that gets crossed into the box, but you then tend to lose your man when you're squeezing out. So many Barcelona players there matching Real Madrid, but they just don't go with their men whatsoever. Sergio Ramos, free chance, hits the post, and Casemiro taps it in from a yard. And it's been a great start to this El Clasico derby, but I think it's certainly a goal that Real Madrid deserve.
Desire, anticipation, certainly there from two players in this Real side who don't even play on the front line, Casemiro and Ramos. No one reacted. Piqué was standing there with his arm up, hoping for offside. Even Ter Stegen stopped after Ramos hit the post. And now Barcelona have a job on their hands, and it hasn't ended 0-0. We have got that goal.
I'm slightly concerned when commentators bring out a 0-0 stat 10 minutes into the game.
Barca have scored though in the last 22 games in all competitions against Real Madrid, so don't rule them out yet. But they're going to have to come from behind here. And at the moment, as things stand, Real Madrid are going to be heading 6 points clear at the summit of the Spanish top tier. Barca back in possession now inside the Real Madrid half. That goal coming for Real Madrid in the 29th minute. And for all their efforts, they've finally got the breakthrough. It would have been a disaster really for Zidane's side if they'd gone in at half-time either level or behind, having the lion's share of the chances so far.
Well, I think the first 30 minutes of the game here, they've had the better chances. They've looked better on the counter-attack. Yes, Barcelona have looked fairly decent on one or two opportunities from Suarez.
Barca's trying to hit back here. Piqué strode right out of defence with the ball. Messi trying to play it forward, still with that huge chunk of tissue in his mouth, but Marcelo's intercepted. He's played it out, but only into the feet of Busquets. He's been playing in these games for quite a while now, the 28-year-old, but he's never scored. Here comes Messi, cutting in from the right flank, plays it square for Iniesta, takes a touch, gets the ball out of his feet eventually, and lays it off to Jordi Alba on the left side. Carvajal slipped over, so Alba takes advantage and cuts in field. But Real Madrid very tight, very compact at the moment, and trying to force Barcelona to go wide, which is one thing they don't want to do. Rakitic in field for Messi, midway inside the Real half, and Real Madrid swarming around them, winning the ball back, but illegally in the eyes of the referee. Zinedine Zidane with his arms outstretched. That is the fourth official. How was that? A free kick?
Casemiro with the challenge. Whether there's too much in it or not, he's on a yellow card already. He's got to be very, very careful. I think the concern for Barcelona and Luis Enrique, and this is always a worry when I say this, Real Madrid are working harder than what Barcelona are. They're working so hard when Barcelona have the ball. They're pressing in all the right areas.
Iniesta here, back to the halfway line. Titi. Square for Piqué inside the centre circle, out to the right wing this time. Sergio Roberto has pushed up. Rakitic has gone past him down the line, but Sergio Roberto goes back inside instead. Not too much tempo to Barcelona's play at the moment, is there? They can't get their game going. Real Madrid very much sitting in behind the ball at the moment. Everyone back behind it, so Barca can't break them down. Messi into Busquets, feeds it forward down the right hand side. Rakitic chasing the area. Messi in there now. It's Messi! Lionel Messi levels things up. No goals in his last 6 Clásicos, but he's delivered here tonight, and Real Madrid's lead lasting just a couple of minutes. The big man strikes again. Lionel Messi delivers for Barcelona. It's Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 1.
Oh, cometh the hour, cometh the man, Lionel Messi. Doesn't matter what team you are, you can't defend against this counter-attacking play. When you pass the ball like this within each other, and when Messi's on full flow and he's running as fast as possible, it's a brilliant through ball to the edge of the box to Rakitic. It's the first time ball into Suarez. He knows that Messi's behind him. He leaves it, that little dummy, and then the run from Messi, which he's done time and time again, goes past Carvajal. He can't make the challenge, and then he's got a real shot on to Keylor Navas' goal. He hits it straight across him in the bottom corner. It's a brilliant goal. It's a goal you'll see time and time again from Messi.
He might be injured, he might have a black eye, he might have blood coming from his mouth, but the top scorer in Clásico history has done it again for Barcelona. Just the response Luis Enrique needed. But here come Real Madrid. It's Bale from range, curling one, but that's high over the crossbar into the top tier of the Bernabeu. Not Bale's best effort as he looks to re-establish Real Madrid's lead. I have to say, that's a goal didn't really see coming from Barcelona.
Not at all. But when you've got that one person in your side that can win a game on his own, because I think he's the only one at the moment in the first 33 minutes, James, that has really come to the field. He's looking to try and create things where he can. He's come short, he's made a couple of good runs down the middle and really attacked Real Madrid's back four. When you watch this goal back, the movement of Suarez on the edge of the box and know-how, knowing that Messi's behind him.
It's break off as Barcelona win the ball back here. A careless pass from Ramos. Suarez tries to get it down the left wing, but the ball too far over his head. And it flies out of play for a goal kick to Real Madrid. That goal for Messi. His first since scoring a hat-trick when these two sides met in 2014. And his 22nd in all games between these two sides. Real Madrid back in possession here with Nacho as he brings the ball out from the back. Carvajal goes square for Sergio Ramos, and he hit the post before Casemiro struck in the opener for Real. Seeing some pass accuracy stats that Barcelona slightly on top of at the moment.
They've had double the passes as well.
Break off here again as a poor ball out. Gives the ball to Suarez, who tries to feed it forward for Messi. Seems looking for his second goal of the game, but Ramos coming out from the back and doing Cruyff turns and all sorts to bring the ball away. Now here's Benzema on the left wing. He's got Marcelo there for company. Gives it to Marcelo, carries on his run forward. Marcelo goes past Busquets and plays the ball back inside. Kroos out to the right hand side now for Carvajal. It's been great entertainment here in this first half. 1-1 in the Clásico. Modric edge of the area, winds up for the shot. Great save by Ter Stegen as he palms it away. Ronaldo on the right, crosses it back in, with the ball blowing out before it came back in again onto the surface, and it's a goal kick to Barcelona. No one afraid to shoot in this Real Madrid side.
Well, it was an area of the game that I was talking about with Barcelona in and around their 18-yard box. They actually defend pretty poorly. They don't really close the ball down enough to give ter Stegen any real protection. It's a decent height for the goalkeeper. The ball's always rising. It's a save that you'd expect him to make.
Ball out of play here at the moment. Bale is down, holding his calf. Now, this does not look good for Real Madrid. A man who only came back to training at the back end of the week just gone, holding down, and a look on his face which says to me he's going to play no further part in this game. His calf's gone.
I say this in all due respect to Gareth Bale. This might be a blessing in disguise for Real Madrid, because I feel that Isco, the way that he's played over the last 5-6 games, has been more influential than what Gareth has in that number 10 role. Hasn't been quite at it tonight. A couple of offsides when you would expect him to be on. I just think he just brings a little bit more. He's on good form in the minute, Isco, and he's created more goals for Real Madrid. He's scored more goals than Gareth Bale this season, and he's been a real key player. Reason why James Rodriguez hasn't really got back into the team, and he's really taken his opportunities when he's been given the chances in the Copa del Rey and the limited games he's had in La Liga.
Just seeing a replay again of the opening goal for Real Madrid. Marcelo instrumental in a wonderful cross, flighted in towards the far post. Ramos hit it off the post, and Casemiro there to knock in the rebound. And the equaliser for Barcelona, knocked in by Rakitic to Messi, edge of the area, jinked past Modric, went past Carvajal as well, who couldn't get near him, and struck it firmly under Keylor Navas.
It's a great goal, and never seen a player. Very fortunate to work on La Liga on TalkSport 2, and I've never seen a player be in the right place at the right time in football. Every time he seems to be there, the ball comes to him, and he seems to find the net more often than not. It's a brilliantly well taken goal. But you're looking back at Real Madrid's goal, defending from Barcelona is really poor. Gus Poyet told me when he was manager of me, second phase of play is when most goals are scored from set plays, because people tend to squeeze up, switch off, and you forget that your man's there. There's three Real Madrid players that were unmarked when the cross came in.
I can tell you, Adam, that Gareth Bale has just trudged off the pitch and he's limping down the tunnel at the moment. He's going to play no further part in this, and well, possibly no further part in Real Madrid's season, depending on how bad he's aggravated his calf there. They wanted to get him back in for the big game, but it hasn't paid off. And Barcelona coming forward now with Messi edge of the box, but he's lost it this time. He had 5 Real players around him, one of them Karim Benzema back there. He's played it out now to Ronaldo. He goes down, and the challenge from Umtiti, and the free kick belatedly given by the referee. And now the Real Madrid players all swarming around the officials saying, is the card going to be shown? And the referee taking his time before making a decision, and the card is out, so it's going to be a yellow card here from Titi, and it looks as though Isco is going to be joining us.
I think it was the linesman that gave the decision in the end.
For the free kick, you mean, or the yellow card?
Sorry, for the yellow cards.
Substitution is going to take place in a second. Confirmation of the yellow card for Samuel Umtiti goes into the book, the second player to be cautioned this evening. And it's not Isco, in fact, joining us on the field. Gareth Bale going off with just over 5 minutes to go in this first half, and Marco Asensio is the man to be introduced. So it's not a switch back from the switch that was done pre-match, and Asensio comes on. What do you make of that one?
Oh, interesting, to be honest, James. I thought Isco and Asensio were out there warming up and running up and down the line. They were both called in at the same time, and Zinedine Zidane decided to bring Asensio on.
Scored against Bayern Munich on Tuesday here. He got the 4th and final goal 8 minutes from the end of extra time. Gets his chance here in the biggest game in the world. Quite a few derbies going on this weekend as well, not just here but across the continent and beyond.
And Real Madrid have just gone back to their formation that they've been accustomed to for the majority of the season under Zinedine Zidane, and to see Toni Kroos now. Barcelona had the ball deep. He's now man marking Busquets, which is an area that they do like to play out through him. Asensio goes on that right hand side, Cristiano Ronaldo down the left, and Karim Benzema now down the middle on his own.
Here goes Suarez, he's won the ball off Casemiro, feeds it inside for Messi, who prods it back forward for Suarez, who's on the run. Nacho gets a put in, Messi on the edge of the box, it's Messi who gets the shot in, deflected. Well, it looks as though it was deflected anyway. Messi wants a corner. Well, I would say he's screaming at the referee, but he can't make any noise because his mouth is shut with all that tissue. And now all the Real Madrid players screaming at the referee because the foul and the free kick wasn't given in Casemiro's favour. Really thought Messi might score there. Looked as though it deflected because the ball spun away out and behind. It did take a clear deflection. The referee's right behind it, and he's given a goal kick.
No, certainly the wrong decision for the referee there. Never know allowing the players still to play as well with a mouthful of tissue in Messi. Big difference for Barcelona, isn't he? He's just taking the game by the scruff of the neck, and always comparing him and Ronaldo, and you never seen both of them seem to turn up in El Clasico games, one or the other. But so the goal that they've taken was superb.
Stegen taking a gamble there as he shifts the ball to the side as Benzema puts him under pressure. Sergio Roberto cutting in field from the right back position into the centre circle. Plays it over to the left, but it's behind Iniesta. And Titi having to chase, just keeps it in by the touchline on this near side as we look down from the commentary position. Barca holding on to it here. Umtiti inside for Iniesta, inside his own half here at the moment. You're listening to El Clasico live on TalkSport 2 with Beko, official sponsors of FC Barcelona. It's been a good game to watch so far between these two great sides battling for the La Liga title. And Barca, having started on the back foot, having gone behind in this game, are on the front foot at the moment. Real Madrid have lost Gareth Bale. Iniesta holding onto the ball just inside the Real Madrid half. Rakitic going back now to Umtiti. He slides it back to Stegen. We've got 3 and a bit minutes remaining in normal time in this first half. I imagine there'll be a bit of added time as well due to the injuries to Lionel Messi and both he and Gareth Bale. 2 of the stars going down in this first half, but only one of them has continued here. Stegen playing it out from the back here for Barca, but they've lost it now. Kroos down the left wing for Marcelo, looks for the ball inside, clips it towards the edge of the penalty area, but it was in between both Ronaldo and Benzema. Barca have it back, stabbed forward now by Umtiti into the centre circle. Iniesta takes many touches and makes the play look so easy there as he finds Messi on the right wing. Messi rolls it down the side, Suarez away down the right, Alcácer in the middle, it's the ball to the far post, Alba! It's behind for a goal kick. It was an awkward one for him to take there, curling towards him, and he had to hit it on his left foot towards goal. It spins behind and out of play for a goal kick to Real Madrid. Half a chance there for Barca, but as I said, awkward one for the left back.
It was a little bit, just seemed he didn't quite have the belief that he was really going to score, but time and time again Real Madrid will give you chances at the back. Completely lost their position in there, lost their shape completely. Suarez's movement takes people out to play, which creates space for other players to run into.
But if there's one thing that whether it's you, Chris Perry, Adrian Clark, any of our La Liga co-commentators have said here on our coverage this season, is that both of these teams give teams chances, and we've had 14 attempts on goal in this first half, which tells its own story, doesn't it?
I mean, that's now Real Madrid 1 clean sheet in 15, and I think it's 3 in 14 now for Barcelona, so they're not like an Atletico Madrid, which we cover, and a Villarreal this season that have kept clean sheet after clean sheet, and that's where, you know, me personally, I've always said that Atletico Madrid possibly will win the Champions League this year. So I think, you know, themselves, and you only have to look at Juventus. Barcelona couldn't have done that. Could they go to Turin and, you know, have to keep a clean sheet to go through? And they were really, really struggling to break Juventus down. And
touch here as a long ball is played for. Rakitic tries to control, but it hits his foot and spins off the top of his boot, out of play for a Real throw. On the left hand side, we're into the final minute of normal time in the first half. Kroos here square for Modric, midway inside the Barcelona half, central position. Casemiro out to the right hand side. Carvajal knocking it forward, but it's easily cut out by Jordi Alba. It'll be interesting to see how Casemiro plays in this second half, because at some point Real Madrid are going to come under pressure again. He's on a yellow card now, isn't he? And he's already had a free kick given against him after that, so you'd imagine he's already on very thin ice.
Well, they got Kovacic on the bench, that a player that they could bring on. Zidane and Zidane will know that, you know, if he's getting caught in possession or he's getting caught out of position and he's sort of stretching to try and make tackles, you mentioned earlier, there's always going to be plenty of red cards in these games.
Ramos getting sent off in the meeting at the Bernabeu in April last year. Isco sent off when Barcelona won 4-0 here last season, 6 minutes from time. Here's Modric, right hand side for Real Madrid, cuts inside past Iniesta, tries a reverse ball into the area for Benzema, but it was well cut out there by Alba. Iniesta plays the ball away. Suarez, lovely tuck behind him for Messi. He's only got Rakitic for support, doesn't have great pace. Messi cutting inside, and he goes over. Looks to be taken down there. Was it Casemiro?
He's got to be so careful.
Casemiro could be in big trouble. Piqué around the referee. Sergio Roberto, Messi, Iniesta, Alba, all around the referee, crying for a red card. And the referee here...
It's not a yellow card, but the problem that he's got, Casemiro, James...
Consistent fouling.
It's a constant foul. He's 2 or 3 fouls since he's been given his first yellow card. Nothing malicious in them. Yes, he caught Messi there a little bit, but it's not worthy of a second yellow card whatsoever. But the Barcelona players, and you just see Messi there, they do that waving of the cards. Let the referee the game. It's not a yellow card, but it's disappointing to see so many of the players in and around the referee to try and get Casemiro sent off.
Yeah, that's 3 free kicks he's given away now.
Exactly, since 2 since his yellow cards, he's got to be so careful.
This free kick taken short, clipped into the area by Rakitic, and Titi is up there, he can't get a head on the ball. Ramos, unsurprisingly, can. Not back into the area now, but Real Madrid clear it away towards the halfway line, where Barcelona pick it up again with Jordi Alba. Iniesta inside the centre circle.
The problem is for Zinedine Zidane,
a lovely ball by Iniesta down the left side. He's picked up Jordi Alba perfectly. Tried to find Luis Suarez in the middle, and it was deflected behind for a corner. Alba with a magnificent run there down the left wing, picked out inch perfectly. Lovely ball by Iniesta on his weaker left side as well, and Suarez, if that ball reaches him, it's 2-1 Barca.
Yeah, it's a great block from Nacho. I mean, he's hurt himself in the process of doing that. Just going back to my Casemiro point, he's a massive player for Zinedine Zidane, and Zinedine Zidane has said time and time again how important he is to this Real Madrid side of playing in that central role, to allow the likes of Marcelo to really push on, to allow Carvajal to go on as much as possible. There's a couple of yellow cards now. You just feel even the smallest of touches for another tackle could lead to a red.
Corner Barca, last chance of the first half, and it comes! Chance! Oh, it's gone wide. What an opportunity there right at the end of the half for Lionel Messi. Keylor Navas came off his line, didn't get anywhere near the ball, and the referee blows the half-time whistle. Drama right at the end. We just see the replay. Flighted in by Rakitic, and Messi at the far post with the goal at his mercy. It arrives on his left foot, and he didn't get the contact he needed. Got away from Marcelo, and that should have been 2-1 Barca.
Keylor Navas is claiming that Suarez put enough contact on him when he came out to punch it. There was nothing in that. Not at all.
All the Barcelona players around the referee here at the end of the half, just making sure that he knows their feelings on whether Casemiro should be on this pitch or not. For now he stays on. One man who's gone off is Gareth Bale, he's injured. 2 goals in the first half. The opening goal scored by Casemiro. A strike from close range after 29 minutes. But just 4 minutes later, who else? Lionel Messi, the all-time top scorer in this fixture, with his 22nd goal against Real Madrid. Half-time here. It's been a breathless first half. I hope you've all been enjoying it at home wherever you are. Half-time here at the Santiago Bernabeu in El Clasico. It's Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 1. Thanks, Dan. The two sides just making their way back out here onto the pitch. Real Madrid already out, ready for the second half. Barcelona just taking their time. And Lionel Messi's face not in the greatest of condition at the moment, is it? He's got a black eye, he's got blood coming out of his mouth. It looks like he's out of a horror film or something like that, but he's okay. He's been patched up, he hasn't got any tissue anymore, so they've obviously sorted him out at half-time. And Barcelona re-emerged with a booze around this stadium, close to its 81,000 capacity here tonight. Messi slowly making his way back onto the pitch. Had 1 goal in the first half, but could have had a second, Adam, right at the end as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's been absolutely brilliant in the first half. Ronaldo and Messi are always being compared to each other. Ronaldo has had half chances, but he's been in the better, I'd say, side in the first half, where Messi's really taken Barcelona on his own and taking it to Real Madrid. And the goal was of real quality. Great ball to Rakitic, squares it to Suarez. He knows that Messi's just behind him, kind of just dummies it past, and then time and time again you just see him picking up pockets of space, and he just goes past people like they're not even there, and really puts a great finish past Keylor Navas. We see Casemiro coming out for the second half. Zinedine Zidane just below us, just having a word with him. pretty honest to say, stay on your feet, don't do anything stupid, and not really give away a needless foul, because I think he's got one more foul left in the book. Whatever it is, it might not be the smallest of touches, it might not be a yellow card on a first occasion, but he's really walking a tightrope.
You never want to see red cards, obviously, because it destructs the balance of a game, but as you say, if there's a foul of any kind, the referee's going to be left with no option whatsoever.
Well, the referee's allowed a couple to go past, the last one right at the end of the first half, where he does catch the top of Messi's foot, and all of a sudden you see a swarm of Barcelona players swarming around the referee, which I never like to see. I think that's really, really wrong to try and get a player sent off, but I think now he's made 2 fouls. The referee's certainly aware of this, and I think another one will certainly lead to a red card.
We are underway in the second period of El Clasico, the second of this season, and the final one under Luis Enrique's reign. He says he'll be back off to Gijón next season and San Lorenzo Beach, where he expects to be bored, but he's taking a sabbatical for now until he decides when to come back in. Seems to be something that all the coaches say who are involved with Barcelona, how draining it can be and how much energy you get taken away from you. So much scrutiny, so much expectation, so many games above all else, I guess.
The pressure of managing one of the biggest clubs in the world, and
off as Messi comes forward here for Barca, picks the ball up midway inside the Real Madrid half, but he's lost it now. It's brought out from the back by Dani Carvajal, who's given it now to Asensio, who came off of Gareth Bale in the first half. He's driving forward, it's a great run. Carvajal on the right side, his ball across, Benzema's in the middle. Gerard Piqué very close to turning the ball into his own net. Ronaldo lurking behind him. The defender in the end did well to put it behind for a corner.
Well, he did brilliantly well. One of the things as a defender, when you're facing towards your own goal and you've got to make a challenge, you've got to stop the cross coming in. Ronaldo's in acres of space at the far post. Sergio Roberto's gone bombing on. I mentioned that earlier, if you haven't got good possession as a fullback, you can't go forwards.
Corner, Real Madrid, right hand side, 2 minutes gone in the second half, whipped in by Kroos, headed away by Suarez to the edge of the area, where Messi picks the ball up and tries to run out with it, but he's been forced towards his own corner flag, and now Modric has pinched the ball off him. Back now for Kroos on the right wing, rolls it back one further. Dani Carvajal picks it up on the right side. Instead of crossing, comes infield to Casemiro, who can't afford a heavy first touch. He gives it to Nacho. These two sides, as I said, meeting for the last time this season, but there's already a game penciled in for the start of next season in pre-season. They'll be meeting again in the International Champions Cup at the end of July. In possession here, Marcelo on the left wing, lovely ball into his feet, left hand corner of the box, up against Rakitic, comes inside Marcelo and lays it off, but it's a good save by Ter Stegen to deny Toni Kroos, the German, picking his spot there in the bottom corner, and Ter Stegen with a good save for another corner.
Well, it's one of the better games I've seen Ter Stegen having in the Barcelona goal. Again, it's a good comfortable height for him to make the save.
Marcelo crossing from the left hand side, header away by Busquets this time. Casemiro watched the ball roll over the line for a throw into Real Madrid on the right wing, as they come forward. Taken quickly by the holding midfielder. Gives it to Carvajal. Casemiro crosses from the right-hand side, and Umtiti gets a foot on the ball, but only slices it behind again. Another corner to Real Madrid, who are having a good spell at the top of the second half, just as they did at the start of the first.
Well, they started brilliantly in that first half and put Barcelona under a lot of pressure. Just seen a replay of the shot from Toni Kroos. It's a decent height for Ter Stegen.
Corner taken short, Marcelo rolls it back down the line, Kroos thinks it towards the far post, and it's just over the head of Sergio Ramos, who went down, and Cristiano Ronaldo, who was there as well. Ronaldo looking towards the referee, saying that a penalty should have been given as Ramos took a tumble. The ball drifted over everyone, out for a goal kick. We'll have a look on the replay here. Corner taken short to Marcelo, who laid it back to Kroos. Ronaldo should have been flagged offside, and Ramos going down under a challenge from Busquets. Minimal contact on him, really.
And James is certainly looking for it, and gets a bit of contact. He does get goal side of Busquets, and knowing that the ball's going to go over his head, goes down too easily.
Free kick given here after a foul by Benzema on Busquets. Looks like he's caught him in rather a delicate area. Referee having a word here with the French striker. Looks like Busquets will be okay to get up and continue. And we say this almost in every Barcelona game. But now, when they reach the second half, they just haven't got the strength in depth behind on the bench to come on and really affect games, have they? And they've already got Paco Alcácer, who's one of the players who would normally be introduced. No Neymar tonight. So if you're Luis Enrique, what are you thinking at the moment?
Well, it's certainly an area that you're looking at the players that they bought in over a period of time, and Turan 41 million.
Break off here. Barcelona in the area at one end of the pitch, but the flag's up for offside.
Sorry, to say you're bringing in Turan, who's 41 million from Atletico. Hasn't really worked for him. That's Alcácer, you just said there, £30 million plus that's come in from Valencia, and Andreas Gomes as well, 50 million. Digne coming in from Paris Saint-Germain. So you know, we're talking about 126 million pounds has been spent on those individual players, and Denis Suarez as well that came in from Villarreal. I don't think they've actually improved the squads in terms of they need to look at the bench, as Luis Enrique has done time and time again. They just heavily rely on Suarez and Messi, where you look at Zidane, he certainly has a better squad and a better bench to look at, but it's certainly an area that Barcelona need to look at to try and improve. When you spend all that money on players, they're not really giving them a chance because they have such a settled 11 9 times out of 10.
In terms of the two benches, Kike Casilla, the sub-goalkeeper for Real. They've also got James Rodriguez, Mateo Kovacic, Morata, Isco and Danilo to pick from. Ter Stegen plays the ball out from the back, though it's got a great clearance, and Marcelo watching out for play for a throw into Real Madrid in front of the technical area of Zidane. Throws it down the line, it's taken on by Asensio. He hasn't really got too involved so far. Kroos now with a switch of play, a long diagonal out to the right hand side. But it's Dani Carvajal trying to keep it in play, and it's just drifted beyond the dead ball line, out of play for a goal kick to Barcelona, who have their sub-goalkeeper Silicen, and then Denis Suarez, Turan, Mascherano, Din, Gomes and Alenya, their subs. Here's Benzema, edge of the box of Real Madrid, trying to force a way through, but Barca with bodies in the way, and then a smart turn by Busquets to bring the ball away. He tries to prod it into the path of Messi, but he's lost the ball, and belatedly the referee gives the free kick, and he's now going head-to-head with Sergio Ramos, who could be in big trouble here. The referee trying to take control of things and pulls Ramos back to him and says, now look here Sergio, I won't take any of this off you, otherwise you're going to get your 5th red card in Clásico history.
Just catches the knee of Busquets, Sergio Ramos, after the pass was played out.
7.5 minutes gone in the second period here. You're listening to El Clásico live on TalkSport 2. More La Liga commentaries coming up later this week. A double bill on Wednesday as we bring you Barcelona v Osasuna and Deportivo La Coruña up against Real Madrid. The top two in action again. We're back here at the moment with Ter Stegen. Takes his time before picking a pass out on the right wing as he tries to play to Sergio Roberto, who manages to control but has gifted it to Kroos. Infield now, it's picked up by Casemiro, back for Kroos, left channel, feeds it forward, Marcelo's off on his bike again, Marcelo dinks it into the area, Benzema! Great save Ter Stegen. I'm not sure he knew too much about it, but Ter Stegen keeps it at 1-1 for now. And the corner has been won by Real Madrid, but what a stop by Ter Stegen.
It's a great stop from Ter Stegen. Great through ball for Marcelo. It's a great cross in. Benzema gets goal side of him. TT heads it down. And this is like a Schmeichel save. He just spreads his body out wide, like a starfish. Just hits his foot and goes over past the post.
Corner to Real Madrid, right side, close in towards Benzema. Away once again by Suarez. Hit on the volley by Carvajal. And that wasn't too far away either. He doesn't get too many goals. Last scored in the Super Cup back in August. And that one flies over the bar and out of play for a goal kick.
It wasn't a bad attempt there. A couple of times now. Just Messi switched off on the edge of the box. When you're there, you've got to stop the ball going out. You've got to win those second balls. The first goal came from that when it went out to Marcelo and he had time to get the cross in. Carvajal saw the header come out, runs past Messi. Great strike from distance. Just cut across it a little bit too much. Going past Ter Stegen's post.
Shots on target in this game so far. Real Madrid 9, Barcelona 1. Few of them have been tame efforts though, which is why those stats can always look better than they actually are in games. PK in possession here for Barca, plays a short pass straight for Busquets. Messi now in the centre circle. Now Barca can break out for the first time really in this second half. Down the left hand side with Jordi Alba. He lays it back in field for Iniesta. Messi, Iniesta combining. Series of one-touch passes between the two. Back into the centre circle now for PK, just inside the Real Madrid half. Out to the right-hand side for Sergio Roberto. Back to the half halfway line. Piqué dictating play at the moment, or trying to at least. Lays it out to the right hand side into the path of Rakitic, and he spreads his arm out wide and says, well, the pass was nowhere near me. Barcelona's haven't quite got their game together in the second half yet. It's almost the case, that save by Ter Stegen at the other end of, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. He spread himself, tried his best, and in the end got lucky.
So I'm not a goalkeeper myself, but he's just trying to make himself as big as possible and give him every opportunity. It's a lucky save, but a good save.
Rakitic out to the left-hand side to Jordi Alba, into the box now, a real chance! Oh, what an opportunity missed by Paco Alcácer. Given his chance tonight in El Clasico, clutches his arms together in disbelief that he's missed that opportunity, found himself all alone on the edge of the 18-yard box, struck it towards goal but hit it straight at Navas, and now Barcelona have won a free kick in a shooting position. Messi's gone down under a challenge from Marcelo. The referee may get his yellow card out again here, I think, but what an opportunity for Alcácer.
It just didn't look like he actually was going to believe that he was going to score.
I'll tell you what, we're just seeing that replay of the free kick that Messi got there.
It was Casemiro
took him down.
Funnily enough, he actually won the ball this time. It was actually a very, very good challenge, but it's a poor finish from Alcácer, sort of 12 yards out, penalty spot area, and he just sort of toe punts it. There's no real conviction, no real belief. You know, you look at Messi's strike, you knew exactly what he was going to do when he got in the 18-yard box. Alcácer, so it looked like he panicked a little bit. A bit ironic if Casemiro had been sent off for actually winning the ball.
Not half, but now they've got to defend a free kick. It's 30 metres from goal. Messi is surely going to take this, just right of centre. He is the man who's going to step up. It's Messi over the wall but over the bar as well. Not his best effort at all. Under pressure from the 80,000 watching down on him. Couldn't get his technique right, but it's high over the bar for a goal kick to Real Madrid.
Well, he scored plenty of goals this season. Villarreal springs to mind from free kicks in good areas, but it was a little bit further out even for a man of his quality to beat Keylor Navas from that distance. Would have taken something very, very special.
Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 1. Here as you listen to El Clasico live on TalkSport 2 with Beko. Visit your nearest retailer for special deals on Beko built-in appliances now. Here come Barcelona. Messi feeds it through. Suarez is away, but his first touch gets away from him, and it drifts through to Keylor Navas. A couple of opportunities now in the last 2 minutes for Barcelona, and it's the front men who haven't delivered. First Alcácer and now Luis Suarez.
That was brilliant there from Messi. Just catches Casemiro in a good area, takes the ball off him, drives towards the Real Madrid back four. It's just a brilliant through ball, but the pace that Suarez is running at to take control and then try and get a shot afterwards, it's always going to be very, very difficult.
Nacho playing the ball away here for Real Madrid. They're in their own third at the moment, so they've given it away. Suarez, left-hand corner of the penalty area. He's got no one in the middle, so he's having to go alone. Suarez gets past one, can't pass Carvajal, but it's gone behind for a Barcelona corner. It's such a great game to watch. He's end-to-end, but where is his next goal going to come from?
It's a $1 million question, but again, he just cut inside Suarez, and Casemiro goes towards him, sticks out a leg, and so he's got to be so careful. It just looks like every time he's just got to mistime a challenge. Thinking that Real Madrid are going to get goal, and all of a sudden Barcelona come back into it.
7th corner of the game, the 5th to Real Madrid. Sorry, a Barcelona corner, beg your pardon. Piqué heads it as well, saved by Navas. First time that he's had to make a big save in this second half, and he denies Piqué with a towering header. Another good chance for Barcelona, not taken. Whipped in beautifully by Rakitic, and Piqué attacked it with so much venom and power. Headed it down, and Keylor Navas, with no one on his post, had to get that save right, and he did, diving away to his left-hand side.
It's a great save from Keylor Navas, a player that's been under pressure this season. Hasn't really set the world alight. I'm sure it's an area that Zinedine Zidane, I feel, this summer will have to strengthen. Of course, plenty to talk about David De Gea coming, and Courtois being spoken about as well, but that was a brilliant save from him. You've got to give him credit. Moves his feet well. Great header from Piqué. Rises early. It's a great connection on it, but again, it's a good, comfortable height for the goalkeeper.
Real Madrid, just short of an hour gone here at the moment, being held by Barcelona. First to be second in La Liga. Long ball out to the right-hand side for Carvajal, up against Alcácer. It's a cross in towards Ronaldo in at the near post, but Ter Stegen is there to claim for Barcelona. No sign of any changes yet from either coach. I still can't believe that Casemiro's on the pitch for one reason or another, whether the referee sent him off or Zidane's taking him off, but he stays out there.
It's been a really entertaining game, hasn't it? It's been end to end, and it seems that both sides haven't played well at the same time, if that makes sense. Real Madrid have good periods of play when Barcelona are poor, and then when Real Madrid are poor, Barcelona are very, very good.
Luis Enrique's Barcelona back in possession at the moment with Piqué, Iniesta. Of course, if they were to lose tonight, Barcelona, their title hopes would be all but gone. Sergio Roberto coming forward here for the Catalan side. Rakitic plays it back into Busquets. Messi, Busquets just inside the Real Madrid half here. Barcelona keeping possession. You can hear the whistles greeting them with every touch. Busquets goes square into the centre circle for Samuel Umtiti. He drives out of defence, he's gone past two, feeds it to Suarez in the edge of the box, and a crucial interception there by Modric takes it through to Navas into the arms of the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Luis Enrique came in, took over from Gerardo Martino. 3 trophies in his first year, won the treble, got the double in year 2, already out of the Champions League. Their title hopes could be up in flames if they were to lose here. Could just be the Copa del Rey for them, and they'll surely beat Alaves in the final of that competition, which is their last game of the season. All focus here tonight on El Clasico, which, as I said, is locked level at the moment at 1-1. 61 minutes on the clock, the ball out of play at the moment for a throw-in to Real Madrid in the right-back position. As we look down from up high on this wonderful stadium, which has hosted the European Cup final 4 times. Real Madrid's home since 1947. 2 Real players down here at the moment. Dani Carvajal having a few words with Luis Suarez. He just needs to take control again here. Doesn't want to be influenced by any of the players crowding around him. Messi now chatting to Carvajal. Suarez has had his shirt ripped. Carvajal being spoken to by Alejandro Hernandez. Suarez throws his arm up in the air in frustration at what the referee is saying. I think he thinks that a card should have been shown.
Well, certainly a foul on Luka Modric there from Sergio Busquets. He's sort of swiped to the ball, and Carvalho's kind of got caught in his feet and fallen over, and just reacted really poorly.
The ball over the top here, and it's not a bad one at all. Asensio's onto it, and Ter Stegen off his line. Chests it down ever so calmly under pressure. The flag was up for offside anyway.
Let's see that one again, James. That was very, very tight there.
Here's Messi though, just inside the Real Madrid half on the right flank. Clips it from right to left, but it's a poor, lazy ball. Well intercepted by Dani Carvajal, who races out of the defence, crosses the halfway line. He's galloping down the right wing. He's got Modric outside of him on the right. Modric right-hand side of the penalty area. He cuts it back. Carvajal in the box. Can he shoot? No, he can't. His first touch was poor, and Titi was there to swipe away the danger. Real Madrid keep on coming though. Ramos stops the ball from going out of play for a throw. Marcelo on the left, up towards the left-hand corner of the box, goes past Rakitic. Marcelo's ball in, and it was going to be Ronaldo. What an interception there, taking behind for a corner. Marcelo looks at the heavens around the Bernabeu, raises his hands in the air and tries to get the fans going here, because Real Madrid are on top, but they can't take the lead for a second time. It's out of play for a corner.
It's great defending from Jordi Alba. You have to give credit to him. Seeing a replay of the offside, he's onside Asensio. Jordi Alba trying to play him off, and he wasn't, but Ter Stegen came and got it.
Another corner for Real. Kroos from the right in towards Benzema, and again Suarez clears. How many times have we said that tonight? Deliveries haven't been on point from Toni Kroos. He picks it up again on the right wing and switches the play out to the left this time with Marcelo. He takes it down. Forced back though at the moment by Busquets. Great energy from him, and Marcelo carries on going. Alcácer nearly gets a foot on the ball. Nacho now square to Carvajal. Out to the right hand side. Modric is there. Ronaldo's waiting in the middle. It's in towards Cristiano Ronaldo, but Ter Stegen off his line to gather. Ronaldo, your assessment of his performance so far tonight, up and down?
I'd say pretty average, to be honest. I mean, I'm his biggest fan. Always comparing him to himself and Messi. Just hasn't been in the game enough. He's had that one opportunity which he brought out the stave from Ter Stegen.
That pass here towards the Real Madrid goalkeeper Keylor Navas, and the Costa Rican taking no chances. He boots the ball into the stand and stretches his arms out wide and says, well, what else was I meant to do? You've given me a hospital pass.
That was an awful ball back from Marseille, especially on the halfway line. He's volleyed it back to him. Got Suarez chasing him down. All you've got to do is a horrible bounce into him. Just get something on it, clear out for play. Even Sergio Ramos just gave him a slight ripple of a round of applause.
And Titi onto the left flank here for Barcelona, finds Iniesta midway inside the Real Madrid half. Iniesta cuts inside. He's got Sergio Roberto far out wide to the right, but it gives it to Rakitic, who crosses. Ramos with an unorthodox clearance, but it works for him. Only goes so far though. Messi picks up the ball. Sergio Roberto on the right. Messi can't go past the defender who was back there, Casemiro. This time he gets his tackle right, out of play for a Barcelona throw, taken by Sergio Roberto.
It certainly feels, James, that the bench is going to play a massive part now for both sides to change this game. It just seems a little bit stalemate at the moment in terms of both sides are cancelling each other out with play in the midfield area and more chances for Real Madrid than Barcelona, but we'll see how long it takes for
Messi digging the ball into the area here. Ramos again there, Tower at the back, manages to head the ball away. Casemiro now goes down to the challenge from Paco Alcácer.
As much as Casemiro's on the toe, I don't think Zidane will want to bring him off for Kovacic. He'll want to be looking at Morata and Isco and maybe James Rodriguez to come on.
Marcelo, who's been one of the best players here tonight, manages to wriggle away from a challenge, finds Kroos, who looks to switch the play again, a long diagonal. Off on his bike on the far side is Marco Asensio. Has time and space to pick across if he wants. Asensio up towards the edge of the area, in towards Ronaldo! Well, tries the scissor kick there. That would have been one of the most sensational goals of all time in this fixture had that gone in. As it was, he got it totally wrong, and it's how to play for a goal kick.
Well, he knew exactly what he wanted to do when the cross came in from Asensio. Great diagonal out wide again from Toni Kroos. He's got all the time in the world to get the cross in. Pulls away from Gerard Piqué. I think he should be headering that back across to Benzema. He's so good in the air, but he already decided early.
Went for the spectacular, didn't he, and it didn't pay off for it. Now Suarez out to the left hand side. Jordi Alba up towards the edge of the box here. He tries the cross, hits the back of Nacho. No handball, says the referee, and Modric will bring this one clear. Towards the halfway and off ahead of him Titi, and Benzema's able to claim. Asensio's gone. Asensio is through down the right hand side. Marco Asensio, Ronaldo's in the middle. Ronaldo! Over the bar of all people at all times to deliver a massive goal in El Clasico. You wanted it to be Cristiano Ronaldo. The man who scored a hat-trick on Tuesday night has somehow inexplicably missed from a number of yards out, and it remains 1-1. But how, Adam Virgo?
He just times his run slightly wrong. Again, talking about those Bayern Munich goals being slightly offside. He was slightly in front of the ball when Asensio crossed it square, but even great players miss good opportunities and easy opportunities, and what a chance that was for Cristiano Ronaldo there.
Here come Barcelona at the other end with Iniesta, who prods it into the penalty area. Suarez waiting! Suarez denied by Keylor Navas. Navas with an outstanding save there to deny Luis Suarez. An incredible stop as the ball went to his far post. Suarez looked destined to score. The chances keep on coming here in El Clasico, but the best players in the world just can't take them at the moment. Suarez the latest to be denied. Navas with one of the saves of the season.
Yeah, it's a great save from Keylor Navas. What he does, he goes towards the ball, which closes the gap down for Suarez to get a shot on target.
Just break off as Rakitic takes this corner, goes all the way through. Messi waiting in there. Marcelo with an acrobatic clearance back towards the halfway line where Jordi Alba is waiting. He clips the ball back to the right hand side. Rakitic nods it down to the edge of the box for Busquets. Rakitic tries to find Messi, but he's cut out, and now Real Madrid will break out with Dani Carvajal. He's got Toni Kroos square, but Kroos wasn't watching the ball. He was watching what was ahead of him, and Piqué intercepts. He stayed forward as the furthest attacker here for Barcelona. Messi, central position, trying to go past Casemiro. Messi edge of the box, drills one in, beaten away by Navas again, and Carvajal trying to complete the clearance. Kroos will bring it out now for Real Madrid, and he does pick a pass this time to Ronaldo, who chests it down to go past Busquets, but Titi comes across to get a foot in, crucially for Barcelona, because Ronaldo was ever so close to being away there. This one close to reaching boiling point, but we're just waiting for a breakthrough.
I mean, it is literally end to end. It's like a basketball game, really. Just looking at the Cristiano Ronaldo chance, just gets a little bit ahead of it, so he's always trying to lean back and try and stretch his right leg to get round the ball. But again, you just see when Messi gets the opportunity, when he's at 25-30 yards out central, and he slows down with the ball at his feet, and then he starts going into a different gear, and so keepers now making big saves to keep their side in the game.
69 minutes gone, just a quarter of this game remaining. It's been a fantastic watch so far. I hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. Double change here, one for each side. First is the introduction of André Gomes for Barcelona. Paco Alcácer has been replaced. I have to say, it's not a huge surprise that Casemiro has been replaced here, and it's Mateo Kovacic who comes on. Any surprise for you there?
Literally a couple of minutes before, James, I was saying, I don't think it was a substitution that Zidane wanted to make, but they're getting overrun in the midfield now centrally.
Just gives them that extra body. Here comes Rakitic, right hand corner of the box. He tries to cross. Hasn't had a great game tonight, I don't think, Rakitic. Hasn't got his passing range quite right. Here's Kroos, gives it to Modric inside his own half, but heading towards the halfway line, and plays a wonderful ball on the outside of his boots towards the edge of the area into Stegen off his line. That is why he is picked by Barcelona as their first choice this season, and he puts the ball out of play for a Real Madrid throw. Taken quickly by Ronaldo into the feet of Modric. Asensio out on the right wing at the moment as Real Madrid keep possession. Infield now into the centre of the park for Kroos. Left wing is Marcelo, has the ball at his feet, thought about crossing first time, goes past his man Rakitic into the box. Marcelo far post. Ronaldo was waiting there for the header. Taken away from him though by Alba. Barcelona playing out from the back again. Messi picks the ball up. He's had a quiet few minutes. Plays it out to the right channel for Rakitic. Inside now for Busquets. And Barcelona slow the game down again. And Titi. Attendance here at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, 81,044. Plenty have enjoyed this game so far. Just a couple of hundred Barcelona fans tucked up in the heavens. All forward here into the Real Madrid area. Left hand side is Angela Gomes. She tries to cut it back, and Nacho is there for Real Madrid to mop up any danger. Modric brings it away. Lovely step overs to get past Busquets. It looked to be taken down maybe by Messi, but referee says play on. It's fed forward now. There's space down the right hand side. Asensio, Benzema and Ronaldo waiting in the middle. Up towards the edge of the box. It's still Asensio going past him. Titi squeezes a shot in, and Ter Stegen grabs it at the second attempt at his near post. He tries his luck, but he can't find a way through. You just don't know where this goal is going to come from. Chances all over the place.
I mean, the keepers are being absolutely superb. When they're being called upon, they're making good saves. That was an even better save from Ter Stegen, because when Asensio comes in on his left foot, as a goalkeeper, you've got your right hand side, the whole goal's open. 9 times out of 10, you're expecting it to be curled into that top corner, but you have to be aware of the near post shot, which he was.
Here's Messi, picks the ball up midway inside the Real Madrid half. Has it cut out, but now Busquets wins it back. Drones around the Bernabeu as Real Madrid give the ball away carelessly. Busquets feeds it out to the left wing. Now plenty of space for Jordi Alba. Up towards the edge of the box to Messi, edge of the area. Can't go past his man Nacho. Rakitic though gets it onto his left foot, edge of the box, drives one in. It's a stunning goal, and Barcelona have come from behind. Ivan Rakitic with the strike. It's a goal that he'll remember for many, many years to come. In the biggest game in the world, Ivan Rakitic is delivered, and Barcelona, maybe, just maybe, will be going level at the top of La Liga tonight. Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 2.
Well, the game now has finally been broken in the second half. Again, there's just no real closing down from Toni Kroos on the edge of the box. He lets Rakitic cut inside too easily, turns his back on it. It's on his weaker left foot, but he catches that so sweetly, and it goes straight into the top corner. Keylor Navas stands no chance of keeping that out. He tries and stretches for it. It goes straight into the top corner. It's a wonderful strike from the Croatian.
Outstanding goal from Rakitic, who registers his 7th of the season. The man who's performed on the big occasions before. Scored in the Ruhr derby for Schalke against Borussia Dortmund, but in a bigger game here delivers possibly a knockout blow to Real Madrid as he makes it 2-1 to Barcelona with just 17 minutes left on the clock. Messi jumps on top of him, gives him a massive hug. Ronaldo at the other end of the pitch looks devastated. Keylor Navas slaps his hands together in frustration. Have Real Madrid thrown this one away? Barcelona looking to record back-to-back wins in this stadium, but here comes Ronaldo down the left-hand side. He knocks it against Piqué, corner Real Madrid.
It's really poor defending from Toni Kroos, because when you go out there and you go and close the ball down, you've got to see yourself big. What he's done when Rakitic cuts inside on his left foot, he's kind of turned his back, like to be scared that he's going to be hit with a ball or a shot. It was too easy from him, and it was a brilliant strike. That, it's a well-taken goal.
Kroos with the corner from the left. It's an in-swinger. In it comes, headed away by Piqué. Modric, edge of the box, takes a touch, goes past Titi, right-hand side, clips the ball into the area, but Piqué there again. He's been one of Barcelona's best players tonight. Dani Carvajal gets the ball now after a throw-in quickly taken by Modric. Real Madrid start again from the halfway line. Marcelo clips the ball into the penalty area. They've got players forward here, Real Madrid. Ronaldo on the edge of the box. Curls one towards the bottom corner. Didn't have the power there from the Portuguese. Ter Stegen able to claim. This game, Adam, has now had, by my count, 19 efforts on goal. How many of them should have been scored? I mean, there's been plenty of opportunities, at least half chances which have been spurned.
I mean, there's been 2 or 3 saves from goalkeepers that I'd say match-winning saves, especially one from Keylor Navas, 2 from Ter Stegen. So don't write Real Madrid off. They've come back from more losing positions than any side in La Liga this season. They managed to accumulate 10 points from losing positions.
Here come Real Madrid. Asensio working his way forward. Busquets gets a foot in. Of course, let's not forget Barcelona were leading until the 90th minute of the previous game these two played in the Camp Nou, back in December. Sergio Ramos popping up with a 90th minute equaliser. You really cannot rule them out, can you? Real in possession at the moment inside the centre circle with Modric. He works down to the right wing. Carvajal coming forward. He goes past Andre Gomes, back for Modric. The spread of him is Kroos. Toni Kroos, limited options, goes back to Modric, midway inside the Barcelona half. They need to spread the play here, Real Madrid. They're the ones who do have the big options to head the ball in. Marcelo coming inside now as he finds Kroos, still midway inside the Barcelona half. Real Madrid not really going anywhere at the moment, and there's groans of frustration here at the moment around the Bernabeu. The Real Madrid fans know at the moment their side heading towards defeat. They haven't lost in the league since they were beaten at Valencia back in the midweek round of games in February.
Barcelona got every player behind the ball.
Ball played over to the far side for Real Madrid. Trying to play it forward here is Nacho, but it's cut out by Suarez, who puts the ball out of play for a throw. Real Madrid in possession, but Barca won't be too adventurous from here on in, you wouldn't imagine.
You can just clearly see there when Real Madrid have got the ball, they're really getting numbers back.
Here come Real Madrid down the left hand side with Benzema into the area, plays a low ball in this time. PK there again to clear for Barca. Not as far as Messi pops it past his man, and he's taken down and takes about 10 tumbles on the deck. Oh, it's a red card! It's a red card for Sergio Ramos for the 5th time in Clasico history. Sergio Ramos, the Real Madrid captain, has been dismissed. But you have to say, on that occasion, that one looked a tad harsh.
I need to see a replay of how much he's actually caught here. It's a reckless challenge, it really is, but for that to be a straight red card is a massive, massive decision. I don't think Messi's theatrical roles help that decision whatsoever. He knows full well exactly what he's doing. It's a reckless challenge from Sergio Ramos. Him and PK now are at each other. With a replay now, we'll see how much contact.
He has gone in with 2 feet. In fairness to the ref, no, that is horrible. I take that back. On second viewing, that is a horrible challenge. Out of control, reckless, all of those words that the referees talk about are in the laws of the game. He has gone for Messi there. Messi's popped it past him, and he's jumped off the floor with 2 feet and taken Messi out totally. On first viewing, it looked as though he just clipped him as he'd gone past. But that was a horrendous tackle. And for me, Alejandro Hernandez has got that one right.
I think when you see both feet leave the ground, regardless of how much of the ball he actually wins or how much he actually clips Messi, it's the manner of the way that he jumped in. The referee was always in a good position. I didn't think the contact Messi was too much. Possibly the right decision, James.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take it back. Credit to the referee where credit's due. That the 19th red card now in the last 33 Clásicos, spanning back the last 10 years. And Ramos really can't have any complaints. I said at the start of the game, he normally has a say one way or another, and tonight it's him being sent off with 78 minutes on the clock.
It's weird though, because it's come from nowhere. He hasn't had a game where he's been involved and...
Poor ball back here by Kovacic. It's gone out of play for a Barcelona corner, and the players taking plenty of flack now, including Lionel Messi, who the home fans think has taken a dive there, but I'm sure once they watch that one on the replay they'll understand that should have been a red card. Corner to Barcelona, and if they can get a third goal here, it would kill this game off. And how a title bid can swing, how it can change in possibly one night. Remember, Real Madrid still have this game in hand, which we don't know when it's going to be played against Celta. Barcelona coming here tonight and looking like they're going to get themselves all 3 points when everything looked against them. Dumped out of the Champions League in the week, beaten at Malaga recently as well, but they've put on a fine display here tonight and have come from behind to lead through Messi and Rakitic. That after Casemiro giving Real Madrid the lead just short of the half-hour mark, and Barcelona coming forward again down the left. Andre Gomes into the middle. It's PK! What a save from Navas! Potentially match-saving save. What was PK doing still in there? Somehow the goalkeeper saved it, and he has saved his side from conceding a third goal. That is outstanding.
Again, Keylor Navas is probably the best game I've seen him this season having a Real Madrid shirt. He's made save time after time after time. PK just stays there. It's a great save from him. If that falls to Messi or Suarez, that's a goal. But centre half, he doesn't really have too much control in his shot.
On ball forward here for Ronaldo, right hand side up against PK. Ronaldo gets it over PK, but over the goalkeeper as well. He thinks it should be a corner, so do plenty of the Madridistas. We're going to see James Rodriguez introduced here very shortly. We're inside the final 10 minutes in El Clasico. It hasn't disappointed so far. You're listening to Real Madrid against Barcelona live on TalkSport 2 with Beko, official sponsors of FC Barcelona. And there's another yellow card coming out here for Kovacic this time as he takes down Messi. And Real Madrid in real danger here of losing their heads as well as this match.
That's why Kovacic was brought on for Casemiro, because Casemiro couldn't have made that challenge on a yellow card. Again, Messi draws him into the foul, technical foul from the holding midfielder. You see it time and time again to try and stop the counter-attack happening.
No complaints there. So who is James Rodriguez going to replace? The Colombian who's been urged time and time again to leave Real Madrid and seek pastures new, opportunities under Zinedine Zidane not coming, but he's going to have a possibility here to make himself a hero in the last 9 minutes of this one. The 233rd competitive game between the sides, and Karim Benzema has gone off here for Real Madrid, which I have to say I find surprising despite the fact he's been quiet in this second half. A man who can get you a goal and a big powerful presence in the centre as well.
It's a strange couple of substitutions from Zidane. Talking about Isco, how well he's played. He's probably been better than James Rodriguez when given the opportunities. Benzema's been okay tonight. I wouldn't say he's had one of his better games, but you'd be looking at possibly an extra forward in Morata, who's been on good goal scoring form recently.
Rodriguez, who's hit just 3 goals this season after 7 last term. He signed from Monaco back in 2014. Barcelona leading by a goal. They're a man up as well on Real Madrid. They've had Sergio Ramos sent off for a terrible tackle on Messi, who's now driving forward up towards the edge of the area. It's Messi to finish it, pushed away by Navas again. So much power in the effort there from the Argentine. It's beaten away for a throw-in the end, and Marcelo makes sure it goes over the line. Messi's really come into this game, hasn't he? Slow start, but he's accelerated.
He's been man of the match for me, James. He's been absolutely superb. When Barcelona needed something to turn the game around in that first half, he was the man. He's been so much better than Ronaldo tonight. He really has.
So much space there, though, as he drove towards the Real Madrid penalty area, and they've given the ball away again here. Real Madrid have just totally lost it at the moment. Applause and encouragement from Zinedine Zidane, but at the moment they just can't get out of their own half.
They look very, very rattled since the red cards, giving away needless fouls.
Kovacic has dropped into the back four, by the way, to replace the departed captain Sergio Ramos. Not really setting a great example to his fellow teammates with that challenge, whether it was needed or not.
So going back to the red card, from where we were, it didn't look like he'd gone in with 2 feet. It looked like he'd gone in to try and win the ball, but it looked like it led with 1 leg. But when you see a different camera angle of it, he clearly jumps in with 2 feet. He doesn't catch Messi as much as Messi's rolling around, but it's certainly a reckless challenge from Sergio Ramos.
Rakitic free kick from the right here for Barcelona. It's like a short corner headed down by PK towards Umtiti. But Barca can't take advantage, and Real Madrid will counter. They've got 4 forward against the 2 defenders of Barcelona. Marcelo left hand side tries the early ball, wraps his foot around it, whips it out to the right hand side. James Rodriguez. Barca have players back now. Rodriguez inside. Carvajal has joined the party. Doesn't really have too many options, only Asensio and Ronaldo forward. James Rodriguez goes for goal himself. It was deflected, and it made it easy in the end for Ter Stegen, who just watched the ball come straight into his path. We're into the 85th minute just about. Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 2 here in El Clasico, which you're listening to on TalkSport 2, your home of La Liga. Sergio Roberto going back into the Stegen. For all the latest news from La Liga and the rest of the major leagues and minor leagues around Europe as well. We've got the European Football Show every Thursday night with Nat Coombs and Andy Brassel. Range of guests they have on each week, reviewing and previewing the upcoming games. I'm sure there'll be plenty of chat about this one this coming Thursday. Danny Kelly's Trans-Europe Express as well on TalkSport tonight. We're going through all the headlines from across Europe and the fallout from this one, which I'm sure there'll be plenty, because I'm sure Real Madrid and Sergio Ramos won't be happy about that red card, despite the fact it clearly was one.
The strange thing about it, he hadn't had that kind of game where you think, well, he's really on a tightrope here. He's kind of lost his cool a few times.
There was nothing in the game like that, was there? There've been a couple of yellow cards, but it wasn't nasty. Here's Toni Kroos, meanwhile, left-hand side for Real Madrid. Plays in Marcelo down the left wing. Can he come up with a wonderful cross again? It's a decent one! It's 2-2! And he did come off the bench and get his goal! James Rodriguez! A man who's found opportunities limited at Real Madrid. A man who could have left the club, but he's come back here and possibly salvaged the point 5 minutes from time. A fourth goal of what has been a fantastic game. Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 2.
Well, that goal just shows the determination of this Real Madrid side. As said before, they've come back more often than not than any La Liga side this season. Look at the amount of Barcelona shirts that there are, and it's a great run from James Rodriguez. You've got to give him. He started out at the far post on Jordi Alba. He makes that run across the near post. He's free. PK's looking around saying, well, how has he got so much time and space to play that into the goal? It's a really poor goal to concede, but give credit to him. He's come off the bench. He's under a lot of criticism this season, and the substitution has certainly worked for Zinedine Zidane.
James Rodriguez, who last scored for Real Madrid against Leganés when Morata hit that hat-trick back at the start of the month, comes off the bench here and does exactly what Zinedine Zidane would have wanted him to do. 10 men of Real Madrid have come back here to 2-2, and who knows what can happen in the final 4 minutes. Maybe Ramos will come back on the pitch and score a late winning goal. Here come Real Madrid, they've got their tails up at the moment. Played out to the right hand side for Asensio. This would be sensational if they were to turn this one around now. Asensio, edge of the box against Umtiti, slides it left, it's Ronaldo, he's got Rodriguez with him, Rodriguez across his block, Rodriguez again, and to Stegen claims right on his line. James Rodriguez saw a gap there at the near post but couldn't squeeze it in, and now he's been played down the other end. Messi chasing it, it's breathless stuff at the moment up towards the edge of the area. Messi has taken down his man, and unsurprisingly the whole of the Bernabeu wanting a yellow card for Lionel Messi, and the referee shaking his head and brushing the hair of one of the Real Madrid players as they walk away. Thought Ronaldo would take the shot on down the other end. He played it to James Rodriguez. His first effort, his cross was blocked by Piqué, and then he saw the shooting opportunity but didn't squeeze it in time.
Well, you did think that Barcelona have got the 10 men and Real Madrid really playing well on the counter-attack. But you feel that what Luis Enrique said at the start of this game, they need to win this game. So you can see why they're leaving gaps at the back still to try and get that third goal against the 10 men of Real Madrid. So many times, isn't it, James? You get these big guns playing against each other, and it sometimes can be very stale, and the game has no real quality. This has been an absolute classic game.
Easily the best game that I've seen in La Liga this season.
100%.
Fully committed, perhaps overly committed at times. Action at both ends, shots, chances, cards, you name it, we've had it. And at the moment, El Clasico is poised at 2-2 with just over 2 minutes of normal time to go. PK square for Umtiti here. Barcelona have the ball just inside their own half. They led this game through Rakitic's great strike, but they're level now, and Real Madrid coming forward looking for a winning third goal. It's played out to the right hand side. Ronaldo's there, he hasn't had his say yet. Ronaldo right hand side with the step overs up against Umtiti just inside the area now. Tipped towards the far side for Marcelo, coming round the back, he tries to cross, didn't get a great contact on the ball, and it's into the arms of Ter Stegen, who'll try and get this one forward quickly. Barcelona need to get the win here to give themselves a chance in the title race, you'd imagine.
They're outnumbered in a minute, Real Madrid.
Suarez on the right wing, plays slowed right down, but Barcelona get it going again now. It's Sergio Roberto. Iniesta trying to play back wide to Sergio Roberto, and at this stage of the game you need more committed passes than that as he tries to dink it through. Ronaldo now has it on the halfway line for Real Madrid. He plays it from right to left. It's a good ball as well. Into the path now of Marco Asensio. Asensio, the sub, into the area. Drives the shot in. It's pushed away by Ter Stegen. Back out to the left wing. Play goes on. Asensio, another ball in towards Ronaldo against the shot in. He's out of play for a goal kick. Adam, take over for a second.
Get yourself a sangria. It's been absolutely brilliant. You just think that Real Madrid would sit back and just say, allow the pressure of Barcelona to come on. If anything, Barcelona have been much the worst side since the red cards. Again, just not been quite Ronaldo's night in front of goal, is it?
Barca back in possession. Holding on to the ball at the moment. Inside the Real Madrid half with Iniesta. Busquets out to the left-hand side. Busquets back into the middle, clips the ball in towards the penalty area. It's over everyone's head apart from Marcelo, who lobbed it back to Keylor Navas, who's come up with some outstanding saves this evening. Both he and Ter Stegen haven't had a quiet night, have they? They have been blocking and saving everything into their path. Full credit to them.
Exactly. I mean, both goalkeepers seen on a number of occasions this year, especially Keylor Navas, that got dropped for Casilla a couple of times a couple of weeks ago, managed to get his place back in the sides. And I don't think expect him to be a Real Madrid goalkeeper next season. I think, as I mentioned earlier, Zinedine Zidane will bring in a new goalkeeper, but they've been absolutely superb.
We're into added time. There's only 2 minutes being given by the referee, Alejandro Hernandez, shown on the board by Alexandre Alaman, who's had a fairly quiet night. The fourth official hasn't really had to separate Messrs Enrique and Zidane at all from what we've seen. Here's Iniesta, plays it out to the left wing here for Barcelona, maybe with one final chance. We've got 90 seconds of this Clásico to go. It's been a breathless game so far, and Real Madrid have won a free kick deep in their own territory. They've got to get it forward quickly.
As a neutral, you just want the fourth official put 5-6 minutes up to keep this absolutely brilliant game going.
I think you mentioned this a couple of minutes ago, Adam, but you're man of the match this evening.
I think I'd have to give it to Messi. I think his all-round performance has been absolutely superb, and especially during that period of time in the first half where Barcelona were very flat and he pulled them out with a brilliant goal, and he's created a couple of chances in the second half as well. But give credit to James Rodriguez, he's come on and completely changed the game for Real Madrid.
That is where you earn your money as a coach, with your substitutions at times, and it certainly worked here for Real Madrid this evening. And so the state of play at the top of La Liga will be the same. Point apiece, still the 3-point gap with Real Madrid's game in hand to come. They travel to Deportivo La Coruña on Wednesday. A game will bring you live. Barcelona's game against Osasuna also live. We've got 30 seconds to go here as Barcelona try and play out from the back. Maybe one final chance to grab a late winner. Sergio Roberto has gone past Marcelo. Barcelona have got 5-6 forward here against the three defenders of Real Madrid. Could it be late? Could it be great? Andre Gomes up towards the edge of the area. Jordi Alba puts it back. Messi!
Oh, he's done it.
He has done it in the 92nd minute. It's 500 Barcelona goals from Lionel Messi, and it's a knockout blow for Real Madrid. What an incredible ending to an outstanding game of football. Lionel Messi has delivered the moment, the massive moment that only the big players in world football can do, and in the biggest game of them all, Lionel Messi has scored to make it 3-2 to Barcelona in the 92nd minute.
Well, what an incredible end to an incredible game, and Lionel Messi is certainly milking it for all he's worth. Posing his shirt, he's taking his shirt off in front of the Real Madrid fans. Just mentioned it, when they cross the halfway line, Modric tries to bring down Suarez. Marcelo does as well, he breaks brilliantly. And one person you want that to go back to is Lionel Messi. It's a brilliant finish. Keylor Navas, for all the saves he's made tonight, could never have kept that out. Right man at the right time. I said time and time again, there's no better player in world football. There's always in the right place in front of goal. It's been an incredible game, isn't it? It really has.
What a way to get your 500th goal for your club. An outstanding achievement in its own right. But to win the Clásico with the last kick of the game, the full-time whistle has gone. Lionel Messi with an incredible moment in football. This is why we love this sport. It can deliver moments of drama just like that. and Barcelona have come up with an improbable win against Real Madrid. Most people fancied Real, but Lionel Messi in the 92nd minute has won it here for Barcelona at the home of Real Madrid. The second season in a row Barcelona have won here. It's been an outrageous game of football. Casemiro put Real Madrid ahead in the 28th minute. Messi equalising with his first of the game on 33 minutes. Rakitic then with an outstanding goal to put Barca ahead on 73. But then Ramos with his customary red card 4 minutes after that. Real Madrid down to 10 men. But then James Rodriguez on off the bench to make it 2-2 with 5 minutes to go. It looked like that might be the last kick. The ref only gave 2 minutes of added time. And then Lionel Messi pops up, right place, right time, with his second of the game in the 92nd minute. Barcelona level on points of Real Madrid, who still have that game in hand, but the title race thrown wide open. Full time here at the Santiago Bernabeu. It has finished Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 3.